my life started to change totally. So I dedicated my life to this work immediately. Me and José, we became really close because of that situation in first ceremony. And we spoke a lot. So I went to the jungle immediately. The deeper I could go, the happier I would be. Because I could really see the benefits in my life. How I was becoming authentic, how I was much more self-confident, how I was much more humble and real in daily life, and how that was bringing so much quality to my life. How I was choosing what to do and with whom I would share life and work. That was amazing. But it was a healing process, a big one, that is still going on in a different way. So I did my first ceremony with José, that ceremony that I told you about already. And then I immediately went to the jungle and did the first dieta. And then we, with Khalid in that time, we started to organize José around the world because it was not illegal. It was not illegal in that time. There was not even legal laws about it. So we traveled the world in that time. So I became immediately after that dieta a person who would be in the organization and traveling with him all the time. So I started to assist José, and it's amazing because in the ancient traditions they say that you don't choose to be a shaman, you are chosen by the plants and by the shaman or the community. So I had a lot of respect, I had a lot of sacredness. So when José would say, Satya, the work you do is really important, somehow I had the belief system that only indigenous could do, that I needed a lot of healing even to do what I was doing. So that's why I was always really aware of my healing, so I could serve better the group, serve better José. And one day, José had to run from the ceremony into the jungle with the musician because one of our clients just ran away into the middle of the night into the jungle. And all the other assistants, they were really down. They couldn't move, they couldn't do nothing. And I was the one with a lot of ayahuasca too, and standing. So when José, before this ceremony, would ask me, Satya, can you sing? I would say no. I would not even answer many times. Because all this sexual abuse, being judged and criticized in my sensitivity being different, I blocked, my throat. And in my family there was a joke that if I would sing, everyone, they needed to be drunk. So unfortunately I had this. So I had a lot of fears to sing. I had this fear of singing, of coming out. So he would say, Satya, come out, because he could understand and see the work that I was doing by his side, and we were speaking about it. But there was another step, that was to really assume that. And we need to assume by singing in ceremonies, so we can lead people. And I would say, no, no, no. And so, honestly, I was mad with him many times, like, why he's asking me if he knows that I don't want. So that ceremony, I was alone with everyone, and the parents of this person, they were becoming really nervous. Where is my kid? Where is my son? Where is? And so I said, I need to stand up and to grab the maraca and start singing. And it was what I did. And my first ícaro was a song that I would sing to my kids, a lullaby. And everyone calmed down. And after I sing that lullaby to everyone, and everyone really calm, Gato, that was one of the scenes, he said, Satya, I'm here. And I said, okay, can you take the maraca? He said, I will try. And when I said this, immediately José in the middle of the jungle called me, Satya, viene acá. No puedo comprender lo que me está hablando. So I had to come out of the ceremony and full of ayahuasca to find a way to meet them in the middle of the jungle. And I asked myself, please give me the vision in the middle of the night and guide me through sound, and was amazing. I immediately became an animal, and all my senses were there, and I could even smell for really, you know, the jungle, it's really far away sometimes. So I was this jaguar. I could feel my claws, my tail, my bigotes. I could hear, I could smell, hear, sense that I never did before. And that's why the mystical part of the ceremonies are incredible, because we really become that. So I met them in the middle of the jungle. I spoke in English with this client. I brought him back to the ceremony, and we went on with the ceremony. That was the first time that I sing a song in a ceremony that became the ícaro of the night. When I was singing, there was this conversation inside, was, so now do you accept this? And I said, with a lot of humbleness and understanding of the responsibility. And that's why I didn't want to accept before. I could sense the responsibility. I said, yes, I accept. So, and that, from that night, I started. Second night, third night, all the time. And I came home after that dieta, and I did my true training to become what they call a shaman. That is totally different than what we do as a client. So I went through a very intense and deep training. And it was one of the most beautiful journeys of my life, and it still is. And I believe that I will do this till I can.